Vaush is a grifter who's done literally nothing for the left, but continue running the Vaush show. He will never do anything.
Not true. I fucked many moms.
Healthy for the left.
What?
His other likes to do this from time to time.
Oh, wait. Oh, I saw somebody clip this. Hold on. Wait, this is really good. You can see the Mike IQ in action here, okay? You can see all the gears turning.
Bam, if that is not clear enough. Is this sarcasm? I think this is him. Vaush likes to do this from time to time. He just makes the dumbest possible fucking post and then goes, haha, I was just parroting the centrists.
Again, I'm really sorry. I know people are going to vary in their opinion on this, but I genuinely believe that if you read this with my history, the context of the content that I put out, and you read this, an anti-Bernie bro, like lib woke tweet, I don't understand if this is like a learning, like you're having trouble with very basic social skills or... Holy shit, man.
No, Mike from PA doesn't understand any social skills. He doesn't have them. Make sure you drop a like on the stream, by the way.
Me? Back during the Democratic primaries, I was right up there making femoid jokes about, like, Warren. Elizabeth
fell
Warren,
for it.
like snake emoji Twitter, that shit. Like, how would this makes no sense in the context of any of the shit that I believe or do. It's completely divorced. But that's okay. The Mike IQ, churning.
Mike IQ. Mike from IQ.
There for some I don't doubt it. We've been soy chugging for a while.
Hello. What's up, buddy?
Hello. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right. Have anything on your mind?
I just want to know why you are all kind of weaselly whenever you talk about me.
Weaselly.
For example, I've had a problem with you for a very long time, but I've tried to build a bridge. I showed in my stream the entire history of our DMs. I encourage everyone to go watch the VOD, and you'll see, and everyone will see that I bent over backwards to try to be bridge builder kind.
Hey, you're very good at bending over backwards to me.
Okay, whatever. I mean, this is the type of person you are, because I reached out because I care about socialism in the left. I'm not somebody who's just a supporter of online content creation like you. I actually do the stuff. I do the work. And I saw you with a platform.
No, Mike doesn't do that.
What do you do?
No, wait. You know what I do. I make YouTube videos. But I'm asking because you're...
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
what do you... I'm just asking.
I've ran for office. I've helped multiple people win political office. I've raised well over $1 million for people. I've organized campaigns in every single job. Finance director, field director. Now you want to investigate who I did. You want to go look at
who you did.
Bar the insecurity.
Did Mike do?
Just asking questions. If this is all stuff you're proud of, you should have no problem answering any of these questions.
I have no interest in sending DGG and Vaush's mad fans after small little politicians that I've helped get elected.
Why would we... Wait, hold on.
Because that's what these audiences are like.
So my audience attacks progressive politicians? That's the thing my audience does? Hey, look, dude, if you don't want to talk about it, that's totally okay. Don't kiss and tell, right? I get it. So you were saying I wasn't building bridges or whatever?
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Oh, yeah. I just don't really think you're like a worthwhile person, and I think that you contribute harm to the left. Oh, well, online at least. Maybe in person you do good stuff.
Really good poisoning the well with your audience.
Wait,
really good job.
After that clip that I got sent of you on stream malding because of like an incredibly light criticism at the end of a video, you're going to talk to me about poisoning the well?
When you say you spit in someone's face, would you call that light criticism?
I think that when I said I spit in someone's face, I was referring specifically to one of the chatters who got brought onto Destiny's stream, who like acted like an utter buffoon.
Oh, that person was crazy.
They were a previous member of my community. I banned them. That was referring to somebody else. Did you think I was talking about you?
Because they were against Destiny, and everybody who's against Destiny.
No, it was because their behavior was abhorrent, and they devolved into sexually harassing Destiny.
Everybody who's not a Destiny supporter on your community is out.
Calm down. I know you think about him a lot.
How many times can he humiliate you and treat you like shit?
One point at a time,
like a man.
So if you actually watched like a man, you are in no position to talk about manhood, my rat-faced little friend. So
rat face. Ooh, rat face. Thank you so much for the $2, Mark. I got the sweatshirt from Bernie Sanders' fundraiser. I think it's done now. You might be able to find something like Second Market or Post Market or something.
You can slap me around. You can slap. You're actually resorting to like keyboard warrioring.
You just said that I'm a rat face.
Dude, we all wait. Why would you say that? We all know what you look like. We all know what you look and act like in person. Why would you resort to that?
By the way, chat, this is Vaush. This is the.
You should get into VTubing so people will forget what you look like, and maybe then it'll really.
Dude, look at yourself. Are you kidding me? Neither one of us are Hassan over here. Okay?
Yeah, man. I boxed for 8 years. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds.
Why is he going this route,
baby? Yeah, lay it down. I'll take you. Hey, I'll take you in the streets and in the sheets, buddy. Okay, I'm skilled all over. I'm a fighter and a lover.
Yeah, dude. I'm sure.
You were talking about my dick and balls quite a bit in those clips. Are you?
Tacoma left when you got off.
Yeah. Well, hey, hold on. Wait. Where do you live? Or is that doxing? I mean,
well, Mike is getting rich and famous, so why would he complain? Like, this is working for him.
Yeah. Well, hey, hold on. Wait. Where do you live? Or is that doxing? I mean, I can come on over after COVID's done, maybe. Like you were just talking about my dick, over and over.
Listen to this child. Holy shit, dude.
You having fun with the forced laugh over there? You're like that Joker. What's the Joker from Suicide Squad? What was the name of the actor?
Holy fuck.
What was the name of the actor?
That's a good question. So
wait,
this is what you wanted to debate about.
Wait. Jared Leto,
this is
thank
what you wanted to debate about.
No, actually, I wanted to roll back to an earlier point that you made.
Okay,
so,
go to the point.
When I talked about spitting in the face of somebody, it was because a person who used to be in my community resorted to sexual harassment of Destiny in a conversation with him. So I just want to ask you, look, neither of us are a fan of Destiny. You obviously dislike him. You obviously dislike him more than I do. That's totally okay.
Yeah, because you think it's great to create false impressions and lie about it.
Right. So do you think it's acceptable to sexually harass people like Destiny?
Wait, you're asking me about sexual harassment?
Yeah. Wait. It's a yes. Wait, you're posturing again, Mike.
Asking me about sexual harassment.
Mike,
really?
Hey, I'll put it this way. I don't have any clips of me on live stream fail absolutely bombing at touching a girl's shoulder, okay? Now answer yes or no. Is it okay to sexually harass?
What do you think that was? What do you think that was?
Can you answer any question?
Yeah, I'm going to answer the question.
Do you have a small dick? No, you have a small dick. No, you have a... Literally, so far.
Do you pivot away from anything that I asked? So is it okay to sexually harass Destiny? Yes or no?
No, of course it's not.
Okay, so that is why I said...
Is it okay to sexually harass people in Discord?
No, it's not. Not even remotely. So that's why I said, yeah,
gotcha.
What a surprising position for me to take.
When did you change your position on that? This year?
Never actually changed my position on that. Are you okay? You're digging up like 4-year drama to try to back out of the fact that you have no idea what you're talking about right now. Now,
I absolutely am talking to you about reality of the stuff that you did and you apologize for.
The person who I said I spit in the face of, that was the person who I was referring to.
Okay, well, you said spit in the face of lefties. Oh, by the way, Mike from PA, he donated to the other opponent. Oh, wait, and then you said you were going to talk about it, but then you didn't. You didn't talk about who I actually supported.
What didn't
you didn't
I
talk about why. Do you know who?
Wait. One point at a time. Wait. Hold on. So first of all, you were wrong on the first point. I talked about that she existed. Was there something else you wanted me to mention?
Why I might have supported her other than spite?
So let me wait. Just to be perfectly clear, I'll ask you an honest question. So you're telling me that you arrived at the decision to make a monetary contribution to an Omaha, Nebraska mayoral candidate, and it had nothing at all to do with the fact that Destiny was involved in that race and that person was an opposition candidate.
Do you have to be purely pure of your entire intention?
I asked you a question. Wait, I asked you a question, Mike. You were just like, I want to contribute to a mayoral race today.
You debate people? You move goalposts like this?
I'm actually just trying to keep you on to the questions that I asked, and you're trying to run away from them. Very rat-like, Mike.
Your position was that you said that I supported her purely out of spite. And now it is.
Do you just really care about Omaha? Just something you did on your own, like no other reason, no other pressure?
So I've been paying attention to Omaha politics for a long time. I know you don't know this. You don't know dog shit about politics.
I have always been deeply invested in the city of Omaha, Nebraska. The fact that I donated right as Destiny got dropped by Mark Cudgel, a complete coincidence. Dude, you're such it's unbelievable what a coward you are. Just own the fact that it was spite. If you had said, yeah, it's spite, and just walked away, that would have been a Chad move. You want to be an alpha male, right? You want to be a big dick boy, right? Just walk away from it. Say, yeah, it was spite. I don't like Destiny.
Alpha males are real? Do you think that alpha and beta males are real?
I used to, but then I saw your stream, and no, I don't think so anymore. That belief.
All right, why is Vaush going for the beta male, alpha male, like I'm taller than you, I'm better looking than you route? Why is he going that route?
Has been utterly destroyed.
Thank you for that, man. You are
you kept talking about my dick and asshole on your stream. Do you think about my dick and asshole often?
I don't think many people think about that, Vaush.
No, that's good because I don't like being sexually harassed by people, like the kinds of people you endorse implicitly.
Jesus Christ, you're worse than Mitch McConnell. All right.
What?
Omaha is part of Nebraska, and Nebraska splits its electoral college vote.
Wait, hold on.
That's a reach. That's a reach. I want to elect a different mayor of Omaha because of the one electoral college vote. Okay.
Just slow down. You're gonna need to slow down.
It's a basic education.
Omaha is in Nebraska. Wait, hold on. Let's back up a couple of paces. Okay. Can you explain that one to me?
Are you confused?
Yeah, I want you to explain Omaha's in Nebraska. Wait, one step at a time, okay?
Let me ask you a question, dummy. Who is Kara Eastman?
Is it an Omaha official?
Who is Kara Eastman?
I don't know who Kara Eastman is.
I know you don't, because you don't talk about politics because you're stupid.
Okay.
Kara Eastman is one of the most important Medicare for All candidates in Congress in 2020 and 2018.
That's awesome.
And she was supported by a lot of people, like AOC, and she was running in Congress. Now in Omaha, the Republican, the other Democrat who lost the primary to Kara Eastman and her husband endorsed the Republican. And so that created it. See, since I talk about politics and I don't just
I'm getting so smart right now.
Posture about it. You just posture about it. You don't know shit. I've been watching that race for a very long time and commentating on it, showing how important it was if we care about Medicare for all. And ultimately, the centrist Democrats helped betray her, stab her in the back, endorse the Republican. And that resulted in a narrow Republican win. And in Nebraska, they divide the electoral college votes by congressional district. So I pay attention to that swing electoral college vote. Now,
right, that's why. Wait, we already said that. Yeah, you just follow Omaha mayoral races very closely and just happen to donate to the opposition candidate. Like right as Destiny got kicked by Mark.
No, his arrogance and bitterness comes from his insecurity. That's how he compensates.
That laughing at Destiny is something I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you supporting him, rushing to his defense like a pathetic little lackey,
if you're
something you like to do. That even your own community, if they're being good faith for a second.
Oh, if they're being good, I see. Wait. So you were about to say even your own community, and then you realized, wait, hold on, his community does not back anything that I do, and then you had to add if they're acting in good faith. I got that too. Your community, if they're acting in good faith, by the way, all think that you're a beta male and that I'm alpha. By the way, if they're acting in good faith, I mean, if they're not, then there's nothing I can do. Hey, do you know who Roderick Alden is?
No, I don't know who Roderick is.
You don't know who fucking Roderick is, and you're claiming to give a shit about the Nebraska mayoral
Alden's
race?
number.
Okay, well, you should work on that.
So anyway, the reason why I came to decide to support that candidate against other ones is because she was endorsed by Carrie Eastman, a candidate who I've been following, and is very important because we need to have cases where progressive politicians win in swing states who support Medicare for all. Because I care deeply about Medicare for all.
Yeah,
and I
as opposed to me, a person who never talks about it.
I mean, you don't know who Carrie Eastman is, one of the most important progressive races in the entire country. So you probably don't care that much.
One of the most important progressive races in the entire. I mean, she lost multiple times. Usually, I like focus on. She
lost narrowly because she was betrayed by her own party.
So you think that being aware of her specific like candidacy is the linchpin for whether or not a person is familiar with?
I mean, it's just one of many things that you're lacking in knowledge.
Oh, there are absolutely. I love learning. I learn every day that I do this stuff.
So maybe if you sat back and started learning instead of flapping your gums all the time.
Well, I learned. Well, hold on. I learned by talking because talking is how I do my stream, and doing my stream helps me come to grips with certain issues. Do you understand how that works?
Yeah, you need to spend more time listening though before flapping the gums.
Interesting. I mean, that's what I would say in response to like the clips that I got shown of you, because you lied openly about like multiple components of our interactions, but you talked like for 12 minutes about nothing.
Okay, what did I lie about?
Sure. The idea that you challenged me in DMs, dog. I don't know if you're a 12-year-old girl on MySpace or what. Those were not challenges.
Wait, do you want me to insult you? Are you 5?
You weren't challenging me on anything.
I
said multiple. I showed the whole DMs. Everyone can go.
I showed the whole DMs too. By the way, a little bit faux pas showing DMs out of nowhere.
On your stream. Do you want to chat? Now, I don't know what you do.
Wait, you backed out 3 times. There were 3 distinct times where I made an opening for you. The first time you didn't respond in time. The second time you weren't available on that day. And the third time it was kind of both of us. We just petered out. There wasn't a single point in the entirety of those DMs where you challenged me. We went over them too. But you said you challenged me like 10 times in that way.
Infrared debate. I'll go over my debate with Infrared tomorrow night, probably.
I love the idea that you're trying to convince your audience that you're like in my DMs fucking like, yeah, muscle up, Vaush. When in reality, you act the same way everybody else does to me. You posture in public, but in private, you want my approval because you get at my audience, okay? It's the same way every other grifty weasel fuck like you operates. You're really nice in private because it might get you more conversations with me. And you're getting what you want right now, too, by the way. This is exactly what I want
because everybody got, I lost.
Because I'm getting owned epically right now?
I mean, I don't care if you think you're getting owned epically or not.
I was asking you if you
just admitted you don't know shit about Omaha, and off the top of my head,
you're right. I don't follow Omaha politics.
Oh, well, you had a thesis that my interest in Omaha and Nebraska is just based on my spite of destiny.
Mike from Nebraska.
And then I explained to you how you missed one of the most important congressional races, and then you decided to say it wasn't that important, but it actually was important.
I liked when I saw that clip in your stream.
Medicare for all done. We need more Congress members.
Of you going on Snipe's website and like looking at the issues that she believed in, and you like scrolled through it, and you're like, because like there wasn't as much there as you were looking for. Yeah, dude, I totally believe it wasn't just a spite measure.
I'm actually a socialist as opposed to someone who just postures like one online.
Wait, what did that have to do with you being actually a socialist? Looking through like a list to be like, wait, what does that have to do?
Policies aren't that great. I don't go around saying I'm an anarcho-Bidenist.
But you donated to her. Fascinating. You donated to her at the exact same time that Destiny got dropped by the Mark Gudgel campaign. Yeah.
She's a good candidate.
No, it's a coincidence. I know.
She has the support of labor unions, stuff that I look for, and then she talked about policies that are very important to me, like civilian review boards, openly supporting Black Lives Matter, which I know you don't because you love Destiny saying that they should mow down dipshit protesters.
Wait, hold on. You're doing it again. You realize that we had an argument over that so severe that it led to him being departnered from Twitch and part of the fallout, and his community still hates me for it, and my community still hates him for it.
And when I laughed about his departnering and said he deserved it,
wait, the bridge literally. You're saying that I liked his position on X, but the bridge was burned over X. Do you like think about the things you say? Maybe you should learn more and talk less, Mike. Misspoke. You misthought, Mike, which is basically the history of your entire presence online.
So this is your attempt at a dunk, but yet you've had
no. You just said something that was wrong.
Nothing of substance from anything you said in this conversation.
You just confidently lied.
Everybody knows it, Vaush. Nothing of substance comes out of your mouth.
If you actually look
here and postured and tried to threaten me, and I laughed in your fucking fat face.
Threaten you? Oh, my fat face.
A jog around your apartment building would knock you out. I would put you over with a feather.
What are you? Wait. Unironically, what are you talking about right now?
Do you have a bad
Wait, how did I threaten you? What?
You literally said, where do you live? I'm going to come and get you.
I said, you were being weird about sexual harassment. And then I said, where are you at? Maybe we could come over. Like, it was like a joke, like a flirty. But you were the one who unironically talked about being able to beat me up. Are you trying to like do the keyboard warrior reverse psychology on me?
What? No,
you just did it. You postured again. Oh, wait, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? I actually want to get the stats down. Hold on. Can we get like a height comparison?
Yeah, Vaush says I'm taller than you. I look better than you. I have a bigger following than you. He wants to stay away from like the arguments Mike's making because he really doesn't know much about the Nebraska mayoral race.
About 6-7 inches shorter.
He wants to keep it rhetorical.
Let me see if I can.
Oh my God! Wait, wait, what do you think that clip was? Since you're holding on to it,
embarrassing.
Like Destiny's Beauty.
I don't know.
What was it? What was it?
Wait, how tall are you? Wait, you want to fight me? I just want to get the stats down. Come on. What are the?
I'm 1 inch taller than Destiny, which should be enough for you, right? That'll make you more servile.
Well, I don't even know how tall Destiny is. It ranges from 5'2" to 5'7", depending on who's talking. So wait, are you like 5'3"?
He's like 4'11", right? Destiny's 4'11".
Holy fucking shit, dude! Listen to yourself.
Oh wait, you're the one who talked about fighting me. I'm just trying to get the stats down. Wait, how much do you weigh?
Listen to yourself.
What weight class are you in? Hold on. Boxing weight classes. I actually don't know. I never paid attention to professional boxing.
I think you're a super heavyweight, no matter what it is.
Super heavyweight, Jesus. Thank you so much for the $5, Spencer. Spoiler, Mike didn't know what brain drain is. Yeah, we're going to get to that policy stuff then. Thank you, Spencer. Yeah, we'll get to that conversation. That'll come up. Don't worry.
No, super heavyweight isn't a boxing category. It's just over 200 pounds, which, yeah, I'm over 200 pounds.
Yeah, Destiny's under 5 foot. Didn't you know?
Yeah. People typically say super heavyweight when
he's a gnome.
Like much more than the minimum.
It's just really odd to me that you're like obsessed with like making fat jokes when you look the way you do. It's very interesting to me that that's the road that you would go down.
No, you went down physical. You went to the physicality
Destiny's like
place
420.
because you have nothing of substance to say about my politics.
Wait, how did I go to the physicality place? You realize you jumped in that first, right?
Absolutely not.
Destiny's like 3'11".
Wait, guys, am I misremembering?
You said rat face. You said I cringed with Bad Bunny. Then when I asked you what was going on, you just said embarrassing because you have nothing. You're posturing for your audience.
Wait, I'm seeing with chat right now. Wait, who started that? The bussy comment was definitely first. Yeah, you were making comments about my dick. You were saying I was dickless first. That's like body shaming, right? Yeah, you started it for sure.
Actually, wait. Okay,
wait. Did you not? Yeah, you definitely did.
Fucking fuck, dude. This is your content, man.
Well. Yeah, bringing dumb fucks on and making fun of them.
Thank you so much for the $5, Cuckadresser. This is how people speak when they've never been in a fight. Yeah, I mean, I think about that too when I talk like big on politics. If I was in a room with somebody who's like on the right and I say like your ideas are stupid, they're probably gonna beat me up. Honestly, like if there's a big burly right wing guy, like he'll beat me up. Like these people never been in a fight, of course.
Talking about whether or not someone was
you would never say this in person.
When you
call them rat faced, you're a little.
Watch out when you go to Pennsylvania. This motherfucker might roll up, deck you out.
Man, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to beat you up, Vaush.
Dude, you brought it up like 3 times.
Are you ready to talk substance yet?
Why would you keyboard warrior me and then complain that I'm making fun of you for it? What kind of beta shit is that? Just own the fact that you're like a cringe soy-faced dude who postures online and pretends to be an alpha male.
What? Alpha males aren't real, Vaush.
You literally brag about being an alpha male for shouting over people.
Real, dude. What is with your brain?
That's my argument, Mike. Do you get it?
That's my argument, dummy.
Damn. Why would you say that about
By the way,
yourself?
we're both Sigma males, not alphas. Get it right.
Hey, don't fucking appropriate my culture, okay? I'm a Sigma male, all right? You're
the Vaush box?
Oh, that's right. Tacoma wept. I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
Goddamn right they did. There was a fucking op-ed in that shit.
The one thing you're good about.
They put my dick in the obituary in Tacoma, okay? Because that shit was dead to them. Yeah, it's rough out here.
I have the question for you.
Come on, dude.
Is this the conversation you want to have in your content?
I'm sorry, wait. If I wanted to have a conversation about politics, I would not bring on known genius Mike from PA to have that conversation.
What was it? Well, okay, then you should have an easy time telling me all the bad takes I've had.
Wait, that wasn't my criticism of you when I was going over your
thing. I'm not a brain genius. Oh, wait.
Wait, that wasn't the criticism that I left.
One thing. You gotta have one thing, right?
No, I did. Wait, did you watch part of my stream? I was actually pretty specific in my issues with you. The issue is I actually agree with most of the political prescriptions that you make. I mean,
you just think I'm bad at it.
No,
which is purely subjective.
No, I didn't say that either. Well, there's an element of subjectivity.
And by the way, when I went on, see, the thing is, when I went on
we haven't gotten there yet.
Hippy with you, when we got on the Hippy Dippy with you, you didn't have anything to say.
Yeah, because I was generally pretty fine. I think you did great in the Hippy Dippy. Yeah.
One time I DM'd Mike from PA asking him something about Medicare for All polling because he said Pennsylvania is like a big left-wing state, but they don't know it yet. And I'm like, dude, you have no idea what you're talking about. And he said to me that I'm an asshole and that I should shut up because I'm a dumbass and I should never talk about politics. Like, I don't even know who Mike from PA is, but he said that to me. You know, it was awesome.
Okay, so I'm not
nice
cringe
guy.
In that one.
No, that is correct. You were not cringe in that one.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know why you're like saying this like some own. I'm not a dogmatist.
Well, the point is like you're literally just throwing out worthless rhetoric that is not based in reality.
Okay. So anyway, the actual criticism that I levied, it wasn't that your political prescriptions are super bad because I'm a socialist and I'm going to agree with most of what you say.
Except minimum wage or rent control. Those you're kind of iffy on.
Oh, sorry. Wait, hold on. I unplugged my earbuds.
No problem.
Wait, what's your position on minimum wage?
50.
I think you said something to the effect that a $25 minimum wage was economically illiterate and would destroy
the
economy.
It would.
Okay, yes. Well, we don't have to talk about it. Yes, that is. Thank you for summarizing my correct position.
Okay. So you believe that's true, that a $25 minimum wage would destroy the U.S. economy?
I would have to lay so much groundwork to explain to you how we.
No, Mike talks like that to literally everybody. Don't worry. He didn't know I was even a content creator. I was a random person who DM'd him, and he stopped his stream to like message me back. I didn't even make videos back then.
Just do a $25 an hour minimum wage. I want it in the future.
I am much more read on the literature than you are on minimum wage.
I'll keep that in mind. But can we focus on the thing that I actually... So the actual criticism that I have of you...
I'm waiting for you to have the criticism.
Well, you keep interrupting. The point is, it's not about the positions. It's the fact that you're insecure and you posture constantly with everyone you talk to. You condescend. I mean, to put it lightly, and this sounds like frivolous, like kind of a weak criticism, but you're an asshole. Not in like the truth teller Rick Sanchez.
As opposed to you, you're a nice guy.
Well, actually, right? I generally think that I'm pretty good to people for the most part. In spite of my bad reputation, I do actually.
Wait, you're saying
that.
You don't want to platform me because I'm an asshole?
No. Wait.
Fan for 10 years.
Wait, hold on.
What?
I didn't say I didn't want to.
More than me and more of an asshole than me.
Hold on.
And he's your parasocial daddy.
You keep jumping ahead. I didn't say I didn't want to platform you because you're an asshole. I platform assholes all the time. Okay, let's just move it through one point at a time. Okay, you're not like the Rick Sanchez truth teller kind of asshole. It's more like the I'm trying to think of an appropriate TV show character. Like I don't know, just like a bad person, like you have hangups. That's my main thing. When
I have hangups, like.
Oh well, you're incredibly
so
insecure and you posture masculinity all the time. That desperate like alpha male shtick that you try to pull off constantly is incredibly
cringy. This is
cringy.
fucking ironic. Did you actually think that I believe there's alpha males? Or that masculinity is important. Obviously, everybody who looks at me knows that I
constantly make comments about people being
dickless
or people not being a man if you didn't have those values internalized at least somewhat?
This is mind wave shit from 15 months ago.
This is the thing that you do, by the way.
Be a man. What I meant was be an adult, stand up for what you believe. Did it? Don't be a weasel.
You did it just a couple of minutes ago. Didn't you just do it in this conversation?
God.
Wait, chat, was it from this
convo? I didn't realize I was talking to somebody who was so...
you're going to do it again? You're going to do it again?
The tactical N-word guy. I didn't realize you were going to be so fragile about...
There it is. See? So what happens there is you actually have a lot of really weird toxic masculinity built up in you, but when people call it out, you go, whoa, I'm a feminist. By the way, didn't realize you were such a pussy. It's actually a really good gaslighting tactic, but thankfully I'm not as stupid as your audience, so it's really, really obvious how hard...
Vaush's shirt, by the way, is pretty nice. His merch, I really like this.
Okay, you know what, Vaush? You know what? Listen, you're right.
So that's the main reason.
Should work. No. You're right. We should work on not doing this kind of posturing, talking about weight classes and stuff like that. You're right. No, that's bad. That's bad. That's something you definitely don't do. Tacoma wept. But you're right. You know what? In the future,
you do know the joke in Tacoma wept had nothing to do with like body shaming, right?
No, the joke was that you were so much of a lady killer that the moment you were off the meat market
and boy and NB that include, please. It's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave anything out from your very your proclivities.
My undiscerning taste. Yes, of course.
Yeah. I think there was something else about like bestiality in there somewhere, right? With the anyway.
No, you're misremembering. It's that I have the virility of a stallion and people ran with it. You know.
No, I thought you were sending the unsolicited bestiality pictures to people. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Oh my god! Okay. Yeah, you're definitely misremembering that. Holy shit!
Somebody will have to go over the DMs again.
Yeah, that's a couple of rungs removed from reality right
Oh no!
Someone have to go over the DMs.
I made it bigger by accident.
So you think that I am too toxically masculine and insecure about that?
No. It's that toxic masculinity leads you to posture in a really weird and like aggressive way. And I think that because I know what's going to happen after this conversation, which should probably end soon because we were never going to talk politics. What's probably going to happen is that I'm only going to think of you when chat brings me up, but you're going to rail against me for the rest of your life. It'll be like one of the dying words in your lips as your family surrounds you in your hospital bed.
You're irrelevant to Twitch. You are a fucking... You're
irrelevant to Twitch.
Once I figure out how Dill's streaming works, we'll get back in there. I like how you had to add to Twitch, by the way, which you, by the way, did not initially want to put in there. That was a quick save at the end, but you know, I'd say I have some relevance.
I think you're very good at. No, I want to compliment you. I think you're very good at branding and aesthetics. I'm just and you've definitely done a good job. You've definitely done a good job with that. I don't think there's much substance to what you have to say. I don't think you know very much. I think you're very insecure about that knowledge being exposed, which is really the reason why you and Destiny are both frightened to talk about issues and want to talk about me personally.
Wait,
you want to do an ad hom. You want to bring up a clip that's not even like a thing that has anything to do with me hitting on someone.
You brought up 4-year-old Discord drama and Tacoma wept.
You started off. Wait, you started it off, dude, by playing that clip on your stream. You little weasel rat.
Weasel rat.
Yeah, because it was directly
in good faith.
It was directly relevant.
You know what? We fired shots at each other, but
you opened by calling me dickless. I said like I think Mike was spiteful. You know, we shouldn't do that. And you were like, Vaush is this dickless, weaselly fuck. I mean, come on, we're talking well poisoning, all right? You've got way more empty buckets in your hand.
You well poisoned me like 10 fucking times, including playing
I
every
have
single
been
Destiny
exceptionally
attack.
kind to you. If I had been, by the way, if I had been entirely forthcoming, I wouldn't have even pretended from the onset because, and this, by the way, this could be my fault. I genuinely do think that everyone should be given the opportunity to disappoint me personally. So the fact that you responded to the criticism that I levied in my video, which was again very, very light, I think it was pretty polite, you know, well-meaning, by raging at me for 12 minutes, calling me a dickless Weasley fuck, and then lying and saying that spite wasn't the reason why you donated $250 to a random opposition candidate in a city in Nebraska. I mean, okay,
you keep saying random when I just explained it.
You've been given a chance to disappoint me, Mike.
Oh man, gosh, everyone's weeping, disappointing Vaush. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Here's the thing, dude. Like, you have isolated yourself. You've isolated from yourself from people that aren't sycophants. You're creating something similar to your parasocial daddy. I tried.
Daddy.
You know, I have actual bridges. You don't. And you are a bigger creator on YouTube. Congratulations. You have that community.
It's really not about a size thing to me.
They decided to adopt the same enemies as Destiny.
Does size matter?
The motherfucker will deplatform you the moment he can. And I think that's sad.
If you think that I have adopted the same enemies as Destiny, then you clearly do not know the people I associate with.
In our DMs, when you attacked Atlanta DSA and said that they were the reason the American socialist left is failing because they called Destiny a fascist.
No, they called him a Nazi.
Okay.
Mike from PA does think Destiny is a fascist, by the way.
I'm a Nazi.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty bad tendency. Now, I don't mind it that much if it's a content creator.
When you say that white redneck, you give your black. Excuse me, I don't want to misquote. He said,
do you think I defend any? Wait, hold on. Do you think I defend anything that Destiny said?
Why were you rushing to attack Atlanta DSA? Dude?
Because I don't think
Atlanta DSA?
Because he isn't a Nazi. And he's not.
So what? When he called me a tanky, where were you? You didn't rush to say, "Oh, you know, Mike, I don't like him, but he's not a tanky, Destiny."
Wait. So first of all, I'm not responsible. Wait. First of all, I'm not Destiny's dad. I don't know why you're impugning me for his behavior. First of all, he called you a tanky. That whole engagement when I was barely a content creator. Second of all, it's really fucking weird that to counter an argument that I'm making today, you would bring up an argument somebody else made a year ago. Second of all, or third of all, I don't even remember
you're involving yourself in Destiny's personal squabbles. Why do you care?
Just Destiny.
Why do you care,
because
dude?
I also get called a Nazi by the types of people.
What does Destiny have to do with you?
You're not connected. I'm trying to explain it to you. I'm trying to explain it to you.
He's not your dad.
Stop interrupting.
He's not you. You're not connected.
So I'm
trying to break your parasocial attachment.
You are the one who keeps. You realize you're the one who keeps bringing him up in this conversation. Almost every time he's been brought up, it's been you. I'm not the one with him on my mind. Okay.
You brought him up because you commented on me responding to him. You got involved in this and said that I spit on lefties who do things for spite. By the way, Mike from PA donated to this candidate. I'll talk about her later. Oh, I didn't talk about her, actually.
Wait, I did, though.
I didn't look into any...
Please consider dropping a like on the stream and hitting subscribe for progressive, pragmatic politics and shit like that. Travis, thank you so much for the $5. People in chat can actually give their input on this. Are we finally canceling Mike from PA? The thing with Mike is his politics aren't, like, terrible. Like, Sam Cedar has him on sometimes. His ideology isn't terrible. Him as a person, though, he really is a careerist, and he pretends to like people based on who's gonna, benefit him. That's why he says nothing bad about, he never says anything bad about Hassan or anything, because he wants whoever is gonna benefit him. The moment he realized Vaush wasn't gonna platform him, he got mad and turned on Vaush. So that's all Mike from PA cares about. He doesn't care about actually helping people, and it doesn't matter if you have a decent ideology if you're a piece of crap in the real world.
Reason why someone might
and how you use it.
Spite. If she was a really bad candidate,
you keep trying to sell this fantasy that Spite wasn't involved. I don't care. I get it.
And by the way, some of his takes are pretty bad politically. Never mind. I mean, he says some things that are correct, which is a pretty low compliment.
Talk about her later. Oh, I didn't talk about her, actually.
Wait, I did, though.
I didn't look into any reason why someone might support her other than Spite. If she was a really bad candidate,
you keep trying to sell this fantasy that Spite wasn't involved. I don't care. I get it. You're not backing off that point.
He calls Sam.
I'm going to try to finish this. I'm going to try to finish this point. Okay. So I don't mind it that much if content creators call Destiny a Nazi.
Oh, Sam doesn't like him?
Content creators, as we should both know, are frivolous dipshits. Me and you included. We are all spicy internet drama lords, okay? But the DSA is supposed to be an organization. It's supposed to be something with a little bit more reputability.
What would you...
Okay, so wait, I'm almost done. This doesn't even end in an insult to you.
Tell me your socialist organizing experience so you can tell me why you are...
What does that have to do with the point I am trying to make?
Nothing. Okay, go on.
Yeah, okay, so hold on. So... I think that organization should be held to a slightly higher standard. And also, in my personal experience, I get called a Nazi by a lot of people in the online left, usually because they have a very inaccurate...
Have I called you a Nazi?
No, and that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So
why do you keep jumping in with, hold on?
You just said it was bad to bring up other people's arguments that have nothing to do with us.
As a professional Jimmy Dore hater, Jimmy Dore is worse than Mike, just because, I mean, there's reasons.
Why do you keep jumping in with, hold on?
You just said it was bad to bring up other people's arguments that have nothing to do with us.
I'm specifically talking about other people on the left. You can hear... Listen to the words, please. I'm arranging them in an order for a purpose.
Go ahead.
I get called a Nazi by other people online. usually it's because they make very frivolous, very poor faith accusations based on minimal evidence. And the fact of the matter is, and I know this, and I can talk about
that was minimal evidence when they did it about Destiny?
I don't think anybody with even a passing familiarity with Destiny's content could accurately and fairly call him a Nazi. You could call him a lot of negative things, which I think would be fair, but I do not think you could call him a Nazi.
If you saw a video
can we kindly,
and you Googled them and you found out they got banned from Twitch for 30 days for using the F slur. The other big drama they were in is they got departnered for arguing that they gave their blessing to white redneck militias to mow down dipshit protesters.
And what if people
think it's crazy to say that's Nazi-like?
And what if people found clips of me? There are plenty of clips online which will paint a very inaccurate picture of my beliefs that might lead those same types of lefties
why do you feel
to accuse
the need
me
to be
of being
involved in
I am desperately trying. I feel like I'm explaining something to a kid.
It.
I can't. You're interrupting me every 10 seconds, Mike. You're trying alpha Mike posturing right now. Let me finish the point.
Okay, hold on.
Think about this though. You might like Mike in certain settings, but think about like Brianna Joy Gray. I think everybody loved Brianna Joy Gray when she was on Bernie's campaign. When she did her own solo stuff and we found out who she truly was, not so much.
I'll get a stopwatch.
It is true that clip of Destiny looks, and is very bad. There are also clips of mine that look and are very bad. But if you look at the totality of my content, I don't think anyone could reasonably call me a Nazi. I am opposed to organizations like the DSA making snap calls like that based on clips like those, because I know how information like that can be cultivated to paint an inaccurate picture of a content creator, which is why I can simultaneously believe that Destiny is bad on a lot of issues, but also that he should be treated in good faith on those issues. Because if he isn't, I set the precedent that I also will not be, and I deal with the consequences of that every day. Does that make sense?
So you consider yourself the personal arbiter of, quote, bad faith towards creators, and you just going around, you're not biased at all from your fandom of Destiny.
You are. When did I say that I'm not biased? When did I say that I'm the personal arbiter? I have an opinion and I share it on my platform.
You said that socialist organizations should be held to a higher standard, and then you intervened when Destiny's community was piling onto a small...
You're arguing against sharing opinions right now. You realize that, right? You're arguing against the concept of sharing opinions.
Someone who calls themselves a socialist should jump in when Destiny said that the Atlanta DSA doesn't do real organizing. They're a bunch of white college
I have never defended Destiny's idiotic position on that.
Then he sent a whole bunch of a hate mob after these people, which are small little socialists in Atlanta.
First of all, I think that you're overstating that somewhat. And second of all, this is utterly irrelevant to what I'm saying. I don't think the DSA should have called him a Nazi.
That's the context of you jumping in with your community and blasting them. And then further, you said,
I'm sorry, is there any evidence that my community harassed them?
When a content creator shits on a group and says they're the reason why socialists in America can't succeed.
Yeah, I do think that's a component.
They don't like Destiny.
No, that's not what I said. I think one of the reasons. No, I didn't say that. Mike, see, this is what I mean. Are you being stupid right now, or are you so attached to posturing that you can't?
I think Vaush is saying some left groups are too obsessed with being too pure. I think that's his criticism, right?
See, this is what I mean. Are you being stupid right now? Or are you so attached to posturing that you can't actually hear the words that I'm saying?
I'm listening to what you're saying.
You aren't listening. You aren't smart enough to understand anything that I'm saying right now.
You said you're against posturing and then you just do it.
No, this isn't posturing. Come on, man. I invite anybody who's been watching the past 5 minutes where I try to make a very simple point and then Mike butts in with some 60 IQ interjection. Do you think that Mike is listening? Do you think that he's... And if he is listening, that's a lot worse, by the way, because that means he's not smart enough to keep up. It's one of those two. If I were you, I would choose not listening, okay?
Let me interrogate. Let me give you a...
No, wait, hold on. It's every concept that needs to be explained to you. No, I'm not. Every concept that needs to be explained to you is minutes off my finite life, and it takes 10 times as long with you as it does with any other human being who's capable
more finite by the minute
of driving a car autonomously. Okay. So I ask you, is there a final meme you want to run through?
The overall DSA, I'm really impressed by.
I mean, so basically, this is exactly what I expected from you. Posturing that's baseless, based on nothing. You were exposed.
Baseless and based on nothing, huh?
Yeah, definitely. You said
serious.
That I was bad. I was bad because I was an asshole who does posturing. And then you did nothing but posturing when I asked you for one specific instance of my bad takes, because you said that on your stream, did you not, earlier?
No, I never criticized your political positions. I didn't realize you were stupid enough to believe the $25 minimum wage thing, though. So maybe if I had known that at the time, I would have brought that up. But still, on the whole, I would rather have people who believe the things that you believe.
But you don't know what the fuck you're talking about,
than your average liberal.
You don't know what you're fucking talking about. And you're very liberal. I know you've convinced yourself, or at least your audience, that you have some sort of radical aesthetic, but you don't.
Oh, shit.
You don't have radical politics. You've done no radical action.
This is your last chance to save them from me.
No, shit.
I mean, I tried.
Vaush is a liberal.
To reach out to you, but you think of such a fucking capitalist content creator, where you think your audience, like people are going to leech off your. Dude, I talk to people that are larger creators than you all the time. It's not a big deal. Okay. I saw your community as a community of leftists, of people trying to learn.
Isn't it a community of liberals?
I'm not going to, well, you know what? I don't think it's that important of a distinction when you're trying to recruit people to the left. But when you have content creators like you who act like they're teaching people when they don't know shit.
Yeah, anarcho-Bidenism, you know?
That becomes a problem. And, you know, stuff like you not knowing.
Wait, is there a take that I've had recently that you felt that I was underinformed on? So I don't know, like, the woman you brought up earlier. Wait, you don't wait, then how can you claim that I don't know what I'm talking about?
Every time I've seen your content, and when you've been in a major dispute with people on the left, like when you rail against rent control, or if you think the
what's your position on rent control? Okay, so it's the $25 minimum in the rent control. What's your position on rent control? Just asking.
I mean, this is what everybody who's ever talked about rent control talks about. The purpose of rent control is an anti-gentrification measure to protect existing incumbent communities, but it in and of itself does not solve housing crisis because there's a supply problem and a demand problem.
Wait, that's my position. Wait, I've advocated for rent control in accordance with government programs to expand housing initiatives. Yeah.
You have time and time again railed against people for supporting rent control.
No, there are people who support exclusively rent control, which is bad because that does lead to...
Who is that?
There are a lot of
fantasy people. You contributed to a discourse that
you think there aren't people who just support rent control? I had people in my chat. I remember arguing with them.
Just rent control and nothing else? Yes, I think that's a straw man that you made up.
No, I mean, if you want to believe that, then sure. But in every context where I've talked about rent control, I've said that it's a valuable.
Only leftists, and that would be great.
Why? All you have to do is watch my content to realize that I share your opinion on this. That rent control is fine as long as you have another initiative to address the supply problem.
Okay, so
you didn't know that? So I guess it's just the $25 an hour minimum wage thing, huh? Which I don't want to get into with you.
You've backpedaled on this, which is fine.
Wait, what have I backpedaled on? Wait, you not knowing my position isn't me backpedaling.
Honestly, I am glad that your community got exposed to a good argument for a change.
What? Yes. Oh man, dude, that's really effective. All you have to do is lie about a person, and when they correct you, you accuse them of backpedaling. That's an amazing debate strategy.
About me.
4D chess.
That's an entire conversation about me that you've done.
What have I lied about?
Again, all you've done is posture.
It wasn't about the rat face thing, was it? No lies. Whereas you actually did lie about you confronting me 10 times in DMs. You did lie about the reason why I argued against the DSA about Destiny being called Nazi.
You said it wasn't confronting you because
you actually, dude. We went through the DMs on.
What do I need to type for you to say you've been challenged?
Dude, we went through my DMs. Dog. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with kids here. Okay, I'm an adult. We went through your DMs on stream. That was some beta shit. If that was challenges, that was some like bottom woo pleading face shit. Okay, you might as well have shown me pictures of your pussy. Maybe next time you want to talk negative with me, actually show up and say something about it, rather than weekly limp dicking in my fucking DMs and then complaining on chat that I won't respond. Okay.
Listen to yourself. Again, time and time again, I have approached you.
We're probably good, aren't we?
I have tried different strategies to get you to talk about politics. Educate you, because I feel like it really would have been important. It really would have been important if your audience had learned about Kara Eastman instead of supporting some neolib ghoul just because Destiny's supporting them.
Wait, I'm sorry. You do wait, how is Mark Gudgel? How is Mark Gudgel a neoliberal ghoul?
Have you read his fucking platform?
Yes, I'm fully familiar with it.
It's every single Pete Buttigieg clone neoliberal Democrat platform. I'm going to meet with Fortune 500 and 1,000 CEOs. You know what that means? It means TIFs. It means special tax.
You do wait. You do realize that if you're a mayor, you don't have the ability to like leverage over multinational corporations, but bringing them into your cities can be massively beneficial to prevent.
True, city budgets suck. By the way, thank you for the $2 so much, Travis Alex. Mike knows his world is shrinking. Dying breath.
This is why you're not a socialist.
Wait, I just don't think you understand how these systems work.
When AOC was opposed to Amazon getting special tax treatment,
yeah, in New York.
You attacked her.
No, I didn't. I supported her because New York doesn't have a brain drain problem.
So now you understand why it's dumb. Now you understand.
No, you don't understand these problems. New York doesn't have a brain drain problem.
This is why you're a neolib.
Can you explain what brain drain is?
Doesn't work. Neoliberal politics, race the bottom.
So wait, hold on. I'm gonna wait really quickly. Last
500 other cities that are gonna do the same thing.
So I'm going to explain this to you really quickly. This could be you gave me some info
about municipal politics.
You gave me some info earlier. Now I can give you some info. Okay.
What's a TIF?
So the difference here was that.
Real quick.
So hold on.
What's a TIF?
Hold on.
What's a TIF, Vaush?
Hold on.
What's a TIF?
I'm not letting you get out of being educated on this one, Mike. This is very important if you're going to be a socialist advocate. Okay. So the difference here is that Amazon's entrance into AOC's district required provisions that would have been detrimental to the city, and New York doesn't have a problem with brain drain because it's one of the biggest cities on the planet.
So you support neoliberal politics in everywhere but New York.
Omaha does have a brain drain problem.
That's which leads neoliberal politics will work.
You don't. Can you define neoliberal? Define neoliberal.
It's when you privatize public services. It's when you focus on market-based solutions rather than public services. And what a typical neoliberal policy would be something like privatizing municipal water system.
I mean, that would be bad. So, question:
way, I lived in a city. I lived in a city where they did that exact thing, where we had a mayor that had a platform almost identical to Mark. Now, see, I know politics locally. So, I'm explaining.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
By the way, a TIF is like a tax thing where they help businesses and stuff move in. It's an initiative. They subsidize something to come and like build.
What would you do to solve the brain drain problem?
You don't know anything about politics.
What would you do to solve the brain drain problem?
I'm trying to explain.
Wait, what would you do to solve the brain drain problem in Omaha? Out of curiosity.
Okay, the brain drain problem is due to a lack of economic opportunity,
which you solve by bringing businesses in.
You don't solve it by Fortune 500 TIFs and doing exactly what he was
talking
about.
Then tell me, how do you?
Because I've seen it happen.
How do you solve it? Come on. How do you solve it?
You solve it through sewer socialism. This is another thing you don't know what it is, probably.
Just answer. How do you solve it?
Sewer socialism. So you focus on creating the best possible public services.
So public services, Mike is going to bring this up like 10 times. So to do public services in a city, you need tax revenue. Now, Vaush is saying here, we need to bring in companies and let them come in. That'll bring production and bring in tax revenue. We can tax those companies. Mike from PA, his argument is you need to expand the tax base. So if you have a city that is surrounded by wealthy suburbs, typically that city is going to be taxed at a different rate from those suburbs. So what Mike wants to do, he doesn't want to bring in any companies. He wants to expand that tax base. So the city and the suburbs, Mike wants to combine those two things, which is a decent policy. And Vaush doesn't want to interact with it. I don't think Vaush knows what Mike is referencing here. But you need a little bit of both. You can't just make revenue up.
Fund education. And you
we'll
provide
talk about that later,
opportunity for people to maximize their potentialities. You can't control everything by a top-down privatization TIF-based model.
So wait, you didn't answer the question.
So I did.
You don't know what brain drain is. That's okay. I'll explain it to you. Brain drain is when all the people who get degrees in your city.
This is why you're
no, it's okay. You can learn. Mike,
posture.
Mike,
what's a TIF?
Mike, this is a learning opportunity.
That's okay.
You don't know anything about politics.
He's
it's
screaming.
Embarrassing. I'm talking to you.
No, it's okay, Mike. No, we're almost here. Okay. So brain drain is when people who get like college degrees in your city.
Politics. It's embarrassing. You're almost there. And thousands of people listen to you.
Mike, wait, hold on. Hundreds of thousands. So anyway, Mike, so brain drain is when people who get college degrees in your city or state or country or whatever, they leave because there aren't opportunities.
So that didn't happen when Destiny left.
So hold on.
That wasn't technically brain drain. Though.
There aren't opportunities for them to get jobs in that area because that area doesn't have like these big like technical job availabilities that would accompany them. So how would you solve brain drain?
Okay, so I want to explain. So
Wait, I'm asking you a really direct question, man.
You can't really solve brain drain. There isn't really a good proven method to solve it. You can lessen the effects. You can improve public infrastructure and improve like the public life in a city, but there's no way to solve it right now.
Brain drain.
Okay, so I want to explain.
Wait, I'm asking you a really direct question, man.
You are so bad at politics. You don't even know that you're speaking neoliberal talking points.
So you can't answer. So you don't have an answer.
This is basically Obama's platform, which is, well, if we just educate and provide tax incentives, that'll make America great again.
That's pretty embarrassing, dude. It sounds like neolibs have a solution to a problem you're not even capable of understanding. Maybe you should read up some more on the problem. I'm sure that eventually a solution will come to you.
You're the one who knows. You're the one who knows.
That is correct.
You're the one who knows.
One last shot, Mike. How would you solve brain drain? How would you solve brain drain, Mike?
Brain drain is a problem due to, I said it again, I'll slow it down for you.
How would you get them jobs?
Economic opportunity. People leave states like Pennsylvania or Omaha right now because there's no economic opportunity. They originally immigrated there because of economic
What kind of economic opportunity?
In Pennsylvania, it was heavy industry.
Wait, that's not brain drain. Heavy industry isn't a brain drain problem, Mike. We're talking about college degrees.
This conversation is way too complicated for this debate thing. This is not good.
Wait, that's not brain drain. Heavy industry isn't a brain drain problem, Mike. We're talking about college degrees. I'm
talking about flowing of populations.
We're talking about brain drain. That's what I'm asking you. How would you solve that problem, Mike?
I can't believe he's this fucking stupid.
I yell, therefore I am. True.
You're a socialist. No wonder you're an anarcho-Bidenist.
He can't answer. Damn, dude. Looks like neoliberalism beats socialism yet again. It hurts to see. I mean, this is like the fall of the Soviet Union yet again.
Wait. The problem of populations leaving. Of educated populations leaving.
Yeah, educated populations leaving.
How do you solve that problem? So your solution is.
I'm asking you. Wait, I'm asking you. You know what my solution is.
I already answered the question.
Your answer had nothing to do. You actually don't know.
You can't solve that problem.
Oh.
People will flow.
Damn, dude. There you go. Hey, if you ever want to get socialist answers, you can look to a neoliberal who can answer these questions, or you can look to a dumb fuck socialist like Mike who can't.
This is why
I love you, Mike. All right, that was fun. I think we got about pretty much all we're going to get out of that.
Yeah, we're here for the fun. By the way, there is a round two. After the first conversation, Mike from PA screams to his own audience over and over and over again about how stupid Vaush is, because I did see this intermission period. So that's what Mike from PA did. I guess we're going to see what Vaush talked about in between their two conversations. So there is a part two, and I think part two gets a little bit more based on substance, but of course, everybody's here for the blood sports. By the way, smash subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, please. consider doing that. Thank you everybody who donated so far and who became members, and smash the like button on the stream too for Bernie, the Bernie shirt.
He's going to say that I dropped out because I was scared or whatever, but he would have done that after a 4-hour conversation too. So, oh, the answer to that question, by the way,
Sarah's brain is oh my god, Sarah's brain is drained. Oh no.
That we live in a capitalist country, and as long as we live in a capitalist country, unfortunately, the ability to provide excuse me, the ability to provide jobs to people with college degrees does have a heavy relationship with big companies, and that mayoral candidates probably should have a plan to attract those companies to their cities because it keeps people in the area, which means higher tax revenue, which means more investment in infrastructure.
Vaush is arguing from the right to what Mike was saying, but you need both aspects. You need both. You need to expand the tax base, and you need to bring in more revenue. You can't do either one exclusively, or it's not going to work as well. Thank you so much for the $2, Spencer. Mike later said, "Just move," aka Destiny. Did he?
Actually a really, really simple solution, but he calls it neoliberalism, so he can't acknowledge it.
Is round 2 worse?
Yeah. Cities can't just spend whatever. Yeah, they don't have... Cities can't spend infinite money like the federal government can. They can't print money.
True.
Yeah, and Mark Udgel didn't even talk about tax breaks for corporations, I don't think. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. I think that conversation pretty adequately showed all of you the problems with Mike. He doesn't really know what he's talking about. There are some issues where he has, like, narrow experience and familiarity with... traditional electoral politics, but when it comes to anything conceptual, he loses it, and he's too busy posturing to actually engage with conversations. I mean, did you hear me try to explain that thing with did you see me?
Yeah, don't smash it. Lightly touch it. Lightly touch it. Don't smash the like button. The like button won't appreciate it.
You explained to him the reason, and every time it was an irrelevant point. It had nothing to do with what I was saying. It was like an attempt at a gotcha, but he wasn't even smart enough to. Yeah. Can you explain how the brain drain issue thing works? I didn't know about the AOC Amazon thing. What? That's tangential.
I know. I understand Vaush wasn't bringing up Mike's point of view because it was rhetorically ineffective. He's not going to say, Mike, you're right at all. He's not going to give that ground. But I mean, policy-wise, I know I'm talking about policy when this isn't about policy.
We can talk about that more in a future segment, but you know.
Thank you so much for the $10, Cockhead Rooster. Comparing Pennsylvania and Nebraska is a non-starter, different industry and different cultural, different solutions. Yeah. And Mike's going to bring up Allentown, which is a smorgasbord of issues.
That's bad. I mean, ask him how he would deal with brain drain. I ask him like 20 times, and he never gives me an answer. That doesn't say very much about his platform. You know? Can you explain how Mike's brain drain? Yeah, maybe that's why he doesn't understand brain drain, because he never understands brain in a non-drained state.
True. That's good. All right.
Where's part 2? Brain drain. Oh, that's a really common cowardly debate tactic. Actually, a debate tactic, by the way, called pivoting.
Okay.
So to stoop to his level with those insults. Nah, I love that shit, dude. No. This is too much fun for me. Don't take that away from me.
Thank you for liking.
Fun of him over shit like that. It's really...
All right, let's find it. Where is it?
I think that anyone. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The people.
Where's part 2?
No idea why you would go. Finished. By your reputation is on the line.
Let's go. He's drinking his coffee. Coffee or hot chocolate? Which is better?
Mike from BA will.
What's better, coffee or hot chocolate?
I don't know where he's getting that alpha dude confidence from.
Would it be worth to document local politics? No. I mean, even for a bigger creator, nobody's going to watch it.
Oh, man. I've streamed on Twitch twice in the past
actually
2 years,
doing it would work.
Followers than he does.
Like, Destiny actually doing it works, but like a documentary, I mean, maybe.
If I streamed
on audience
Twitch every day
hit.
for a week, I think we could probably...
I recommend the documentary on Netflix about AOC. I forget what it's called. It's about AOC and all the a couple of the Justice Democrats, all the women that ran. I recommend watching that. That's pretty motivational.
6 digits. Hurts. Oh, time. Shoo, why now? No.
I'll look it up real quick.
This is really good. Fuck you, Shoo.
Okay, Netflix. It's called Knock Down the House. Knock Down the House on Netflix is pretty cool. It's about AOC and how she got elected, and also a bunch of other women that ran under the Justice Democrat label. So Knock Down the House on Netflix. I recommend watching that.
Did you make the... No. Oh, it doesn't matter. This is good. Oh, God. Oh, man, he's still just maniacally ranting about you like a madman, actually living rent-free in his head. Oh, he'll be doing this forever. Like, literally forever. Hey. Gotcha. Hey.
No,
hey,
not
chat.
White House Down. I'm talking about a documentary.
Oh, and you know what? If you're here,
White House Down,
and you enjoyed all of that, you should subscribe to the stream. Debate. So you keep hitting my hand. Bum, inside. Look at that.
Ooh. Artemy looks like my cat. I saw my cat this weekend. Look at that. That's how Vaush really grows his fan base.
Yeah.
He pets cat.
I have no idea. Porting small. Yeah, wait, hold.
Make noises.
In the mail. How to use this
What
thing?
the
And
hell's
it's not
happening?
even tuned properly, by the way.
What is that?
Don't even know how to hold the pick.
What? What is that?
Oh my god, Artemy. He wants to eat it.
What?
Knock
down the apartment.
A tuner, you know? A tuner.
Tuner. This is what happens when you start making a lot of money. You buy random stuff that you don't...
Sure did. It's a phone app. Dog, if you... That's what he's irredeemable. And,
How long does it take?
You know, I wasn't going segment.
Does anybody
I understood
know?
the premise, frankly.
Does anybody know?
Phone tuners just kind of suck? I gotcha.
I have a phone tuner for my guitar. It's not too bad.
The Vaush. One thing at a time. Thank you. Okay, gotcha. Problem as a mayor. Oh, brain drain. Okay, so fundamentally, the problem as a mayor is that you cannot print money. You're not like the federal government. If the federal government wants to spend money, they can technically spend an infinite amount of it because they can print the goddamn money. They can do whatever they want. You know, theoretically, assuming all the cogs are lined up. But a mayor can't do that, and a governor can't do that either. They can't print their own money. So
yeah, remember local politics? States cannot borrow money, which is why it's really important. You know how the federal government can go into debt and everything? It's really important for like the House Democrats right now to get exclusions for or exemptions for certain states. For example, for Medicare for All. If California wants to do Medicare for All, they need to reach into the federal budget because a state alone cannot borrow money and go into debt. So if they want to do their own single-payer healthcare system within a state, they need to reach into the federal pockets, which is one big initiative House Democrats are focusing on right now. Progressive Democrats are focusing on right now, which is going to be huge. That is the route to get Medicare for All in the U.S. right now. The most realistic and fastest route is to make it work in a state and then expand it.
Position like that's
but they need to get that exemption, which I think they're pretty
there we go
successful on it.
Carrot.
Sure, what?
Hey, can I clarify something?
Okay, what do you want?
So, wait, I got a person in my chat. You can never trust these chatters, you know. Oh, by the way, I heard that you've been, like, clenching your fists saying you'll make sure the left never works with me again. Good luck, not spiteful. Not mad.
No, I mean, you defended, like, literal neoliberal politics, and you don't understand why
let's talk. Right, again, I know you don't know what neoliberalism or any of this means, but I actually have to ask you really quickly.
Wait, so you think that tax financing Fortune 100 companies is socialism?
Wait, financing?
What do you think happens when a mayor of a city? Oh my God,
Mark,
this is the thing. Okay, this is the most embarrassing, and I don't want to clown you.
Sometimes, as a mayor, you have no other options, though. That's how local government works. You can't expand the tax base, which is, by the way, one of the most difficult political things to do, because those people in the suburbs aren't going to want to do that. The people in the suburbs aren't going to want to pay for the city. So it's incredibly difficult to do politically. So sometimes as a mayor, you need to make difficult decisions, like saying, hey, we need revenue. I want to do public programs. We're going to have to invite a big corporation in so we can tax them a little bit. We're going to have to finance them so they want to move into our town, because there's no other reason for companies to move into our town because of like brain drain and shit. That is a sacrifice you have to make as a mayor sometimes. It sucks. It's local politics. It's reality. I agree with Mike. Ideally, like that's what we want to do. Ideally, we want to make the suburbs pay their fair share and be involved in the overall community. But sadly, it's not how it works.
Wait, you realize that Marcus specifically said... Wait, Mike, hold on. You realize Marcus specifically said that he didn't want to offer any tax breaks to those Fortune 500 companies, right? That he would find other ways to incentivize them setting up shop in Omaha? He actually said that directly.
What's he going to do? What's he going to do?
You would hope.
Well, there are plenty of ways. If you were more familiar with politics, you could probably think of other ways to handle that, but this isn't why I came here. So is it true, really quick, so is it true that you said Omaha isn't a relevant city and that people should move elsewhere? They should be given the means to move elsewhere.
Wrong. I said that. Because I'm from Pennsylvania and we have deindustrialization, there is a transfer that happens in our economy. That's why Bernie Sanders' Green New Deal, a candidate you should look into and read, he had programs to help people relocate when...
What do you mean, where's the fun, Jolah? I've been laughing this entire time.
You should look
I'm a fun guy.
He had programs to help people relocate when and if their industries, like fossil fuel industries, were closed down. Obviously, some of those jobs that were created, there were direct subsidies. There's also a reflection of an understanding that these specific city-focused is not the way you implement socialism politics, is go, we can't have any college-educated people leave Omaha. And by the way, the proposed solution,
so wait, hold on. We're
talking to Fortune 500 companies doesn't solve it.
So we're moving off the point a little bit here.
Where's the money going to come from?
You're saying that you shouldn't attempt to redress any of the economic imbalance that's causing people to leave, and you should just allow people to leave? Like you should try to facilitate that process?
Okay, so these are homework assignment for you.
Well, I'm asking you a question. Hold on.
Go look up sewer socialism.
It's just really funny to me.
You're lacking in so much knowledge.
It's really funny to me.
You won't let me finish because
you claim to be pro-working class, but your position would allow Middle America to die.
You need to go in the chair of learning because you don't know what sewer socialism is.
So I didn't know. Why are you so incapable of answering yes or no? You're so angry with me. Are you okay?
That's not how you do
politics. Do you need a nappy time? Are you tired? Should I come back later?
I think you're
cozy right now.
You're the one who
is your neck properly supported?
I think that your baba is empty, and that's why you had to go refill and you disconnected.
Swing and a miss, Mike. So anyway, so you're saying that people should just be allowed to flow out of these cities and towards like coastal cities.
What?
So what should be done to like economically revitalize?
Just move.
You actually can't answer. It's funny. Your position is the neoliberal one. You actually think that people should just move out of Middle America and go live in megacities on the coast.
Whenever I talk, you start talking. So I have a homework assignment for you.
You can't answer the question.
You say, there you go. I started talking.
He actually can't. Dude, he has the neoliberal position. Unironically,
you started talking when I started
talking.
So wait,
answer the question. Answer the question then. How would you prevent people from leaving Middle America?
Yo, chat. You guys are weird, dude. You're licking the, like, what kind of people? When I say hit the like button, say no. I'm not gonna hit the like button. I'm gonna lick the like button with your tongues. Weird.
Wait, is that in your socialism?
That's the new thing. Lick the like button.
People from leaving one region to the other. No. This is Soviet style.
Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. Sorry. I forgot you had. Wait, sorry. Hold on. So I forgot you had 30 IQ. So what I actually meant, and any reasonable person would have known what I meant.
Go ahead.
What would you do to prevent the drain of resources and labor from Middle America towards Coastal America?
It depends what you're talking about.
So do you want all these communities to just die?
I think some communities are going to shrink, which they already have. And neoliberalism is what made them shrink.
Working class Mike over here. Don't revitalize your cities. Just have everyone move to Seattle. Dude, you have Destiny's position.
You're actually dumb as fuck. Because I've tried to say this 8 times. I'll say it again. Look up sewer socialism.
So wait, can you answer? So you can't answer.
I'm answering the question.
You just keep pointing me to like a Wikipedia page. I know, by the way, because I know how stupid you are, that if I actually go ahead and like read it out loud, it wouldn't actually answer any of the questions.
You're dumb as fuck.
So you actually don't have an answer. You just want these communities to die.
Pro
working class Mike over here. Just move out of Omaha. It's a dead city. Move to a mega city.
Or you're just gonna posture like a
move to a mega city and pay $3,000 for rent for a single bedroom apartment. I'm looking up sewer socialism. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
Yes, it absolutely does.
It doesn't. Wait, then answer the question. How would you prevent that drain of resources and labor?
It depends what you're trying to accomplish.
You can't answer. You just have to be like, dude, look at Wikipedia, bro.
Vaush just said what he's trying to accomplish. He just said it.
Depends what you're trying to accomplish.
You can't answer. You just have to be like, dude, look at Wikipedia, bro.
Neoliberalism doesn't want to stop that.
Stop asking me tough questions. Go look at Wikipedia, bro. Leave the call. I don't know. Is that you right now? Damn.
I gotta.
Good luck getting the rest of the online left against me, Mike.
Smarter than this. You are dumber than I thought. Okay, so anyway, for any people in Vaush's chat that are listening, please look up sewer socialism.
He doesn't have an answer. Look at that, guys. This is the effective advocate for socialism. He can't give an answer. He just has to be like, go look at Wikipedia, bro.
Very important movement, and it focuses on.
I know it looks like I have no answer.
By providing public development. So something like Omaha, they have a problem with housing quality for their Black and brown community. One of the things that a sewer socialist would do would be focusing on building high quality public housing.
How?
They would be focusing on by spending the money to do
what
it.
Money?
By taxing people.
What money?
By taxing people.
They don't. Have you seen the Omaha city budget? You're very educated on that city, so I expect you have.
By taxing people.
What? Wait. How do they afford to tax those people?
So I'm just gonna keep talking because
wait. Magic money, Mike?
Wait.
Taxing who? They don't have the money.
I think even your community.
They don't have the money.
That you are now arguing a Joe Manchin level of an argument.
He actually doesn't know. He just gets confused and he calls you a neolib because he doesn't know. His like ape brain is trying to figure out.
There is absolutely an ability to tax, including nationalizing public services that have been privatized, take them back into municipal control, which has been very successful.
Yeah, but when you take it into municipal services aren't exactly giant money makers.
Yeah, that's the thing. Taxing suburbs is something that does help, but it's not going to be a problem solver. That's something that I want to happen, but even if it was done, you're not going to be able to fund like a citywide jobs program or anything like that.
You take it into municipal services aren't exactly giant money makers.
You still need to bring business in. You can't exclusively do one or the other, you know?
Municipal services aren't exactly giant money makers.
Exactly, yeah.
How do you get the tax base necessary
to
fund all these infrastructure
programs?
This is actually really good point.
Good job,
Vaush. One of the things that you can do and has been done successfully by a lot of cities is you annex outlying areas. This is so a lot of cities are gerrymandered with the suburbs, where a lot of the higher income people of cities live, is not part of the actual urban core. So what you do is you hollowed out the tax base. One of the things you do is you annex outlying areas. I'm happy to teach you a municipal.
No, wait, how do you get the money to implement?
I just explained it.
Just by annexing dead areas?
No, there is. Wait, do you think Omaha has no wealthy outlying?
Do you seriously think that unincorporated areas surrounding Omaha have enough of a tax base?
They're not unincorporated. They're the wealthy suburbs. This is true. Chad, here's what I would like you to do. Look up any major municipalities.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you show me a major wealthy suburban area that's outside of the city tax limit of Omaha that isn't incorporated under any other city?
You would get rid of that city. You would annex. That's what annex means.
No, you didn't say just
based Mike from PA. Make the entire state of Nebraska one city.
Annex outlying territories. You mean annex another city? How would that change where the money is coming from?
Because you have wealthier.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my God, you actually know so little.
Dude,
about
what if you just like seize control of your neighbors?
This has worked before.
How would they annex another city?
I'm going to explain it to you, Vaush, but you're actually embarrassingly stupid.
Wait, you don't have an. You will run this down for like 30 minutes. You don't know.
Holy shit! I'm trying to
IQ.
talk and you keep
So
interrupting.
your argument is that in order to generate the tax revenue necessary to upgrade the infrastructure in Omaha, which by the way doesn't even fix brain drain, what they should do is annex neighboring cities to get their tax base.
They're not cities. They're outlying suburbs. They were created for.
What do you think suburbs are in?
Do you know what white flight is? What is white flight?
I don't. Wait, just answer the question.
What is white flight?
You can't answer. This is a pivot. Mike, you're doing it. You're doing it again.
Vaush, what was white flight?
You do realize that suburbs bleed money, right?
White flight, Vaush. What is white flight?
Okay, so you don't have an answer, and you're just going to ask rhetorical questions that everybody has an answer to.
Every time I talked about sewer socialism. I talked
about. So
can
you point me to an area in Omaha that's suburban that hasn't been? You do realize that suburbs are an economic drain on cities, right? There's a video series that I can show you. Suburbs are actually the least economically productive.
They're saying that cities lose because of the creation of suburbs.
They're not productive, but they have money. So like you do need an economy actually functioning. Like Vaush is right.
The annexation of suburbs will decrease the city's revenue.
Wrong.
He doesn't know.
Dummy. You're stupid.
All right.
I don't know about decreased revenue, but Vaush is right.
Mike, just move to the coastal cities. All right. Wow. I knew that he would have a dumb answer, but annex other city as a mayor.
All right, Tom.
Just
licking the like button.
Other cities' suburbs when suburbs cost more in upkeep than they generate in taxes on average, and that'll get you the money necessary to do infrastructure. Again, this is the guy who postures as like some politically educated like advocate or whatever.
Think about that though. That's why people call like Socked on Left and Vaush neolibs, because they address problems in the current political reality. Like what Mike is talking about is great to talk about, like ideally. Like someday I don't want to have a city and suburbs. I want to have everything working in tandem. I want to have jobs programs. I want to have infrastructure programs. I want to have the entire city churning and working as one cohesive unit. But right now, as things are, like Vaush and like Socked on Left will say actual prescriptions that will work in the current system. And a lot of people on the left will get mad at them because they don't want to hear, they don't want to hear we can't push for perfection right now. They don't want to hear that's not realistic. They don't want to hear the truth of like, mayoral politics. You can't just do whatever you want. You aren't the president or anything. You're working with a very limited tool set when you're trying to like build these economies up and revive these cities.
That's not what he's saying. You know it? No, that's literally exactly what he was saying. I know we have Mike from PA fans in chat. Can somebody explain to me what he was saying that wasn't that?
Star Trek communism now. True. Yes. Isn't Star Wars about like fascism, authoritarian fascism? Isn't it? By the way, thank you people for dropping likes on the stream and also subscribing and all that stuff. If anybody wants to call in and give their take on this, feel free.
Why is annexing a bad idea? Wait, it's not that annex isn't a bad idea. It's that he's a child. He's a 6. Wait. Do you guys understand anything that he just suggested? First of all, you can't just randomly annex areas, especially if they're incorporated into another city. Second of all, suburbs are a money drain. This fails on multiple...
Suburb, you are now a part of Omaha. Sorry, guys. I am Mike from PA, authoritarian communist. We are now annexing your land. Sorry.
Idiotic. So, like, do you really think that this is like a solution to the...
We're going to bring the Omaha army over the hill and take over every suburb. The suburbs don't have militias that can handle us. We are going to use our Omaha force and take over every other community in Nebraska until all of Nebraska is Omaha. Mike from PA, God Emperor of Omaha, Nebraska, which is literally the entire state now because Omaha took over the entire state.
Felt like to areas like this, Suburbs don't pay tax, apparently. Okay, I can tell who the Mike fans are in chat because you people are just as stupid as he is. We can actually look at data on the economic efficiency of suburbs.
Vaush did go neo. Okay, that's the thing, though. When I say certain ideologies and how you act within the system, is this going to be a prescription that a liberal might offer? Yes. This is going to be something a liberal would say that would fix it, but a socialist might be able to say that too if they're pragmatic. So Vaush did do the ideologically right thing to what Mike said, but it's also the pragmatic thing. So like if we want to like go down the list, what would a socialist say? Probably what Mike is saying. What would a pragmatist say that happens to be a socialist? He'll probably say what Vaush said. That's all I was saying.
Like, what are property tax then? Guys, cities are
why are you people licking like buttons and stuff? Do you just like lick your keyboards? Wild.
Like, what are property tax then? Guys, cities are the most economically efficient types of development. How does a city even annex another city? Do they just roll in with tanks? You can't just annex a part of another city. Hitler annexed Austria. Why can't cities do something similar? Yeah.
But what Vaush is saying isn't true for every scenario. Like, I can think of some communities that would benefit from the outlying areas being put into the overall city tax infrastructure. But it's different when you're talking about a small rural community that has like a small rural city with like 1,000 people that has some suburbs and some like rural countrysides. That's a different conversation than somewhere like Omaha. Totally different conversation. You can't compare it. It's not even comparable. So
I do think his point about the annexation stuff. No, he doesn't. Okay, what he's trying to
think about it though. Okay, before I play what Vaush is about to say, do any content creators get through these fights without getting bigger audiences? Like Mike from PA had like 3,000 viewers fighting with Vaush. He had like 500 viewers back in the day fighting with Destiny. And every time he gets into a controversy with another online community, Mike from PA always grows because all that matters is scale. All that matters is that more people see you. And if enough people see you, there's going to be enough people that agree with you. And if you talk to enough people that, if you talk to enough people that you disagree with, you're eventually going to keep on picking up people after a while.
Hitler annexed Austria. Why can't cities do something similar? Yeah. I do think his point about the annexation stuff. No, he doesn't, okay? What he's trying to suggest right now is some idiotic moon brain solution to try to propose a solution that doesn't actually do anything. So the problem that we're talking about right now is brain drain. His idea of introducing superior infrastructure doesn't fix that problem. That's not actually the problem that's trying to be fixed. That's the reason why he kept saying, look up sewer socialism, because he doesn't know how these two ideas connect, which is why he asks rhetorical questions and demands your attention and energy go elsewhere. Like that's why, okay? As a general rule, when you're talking with somebody and you ask them a yes/no question and they're like, look this
lessons
up.
Look this up.
What is white flight? Vaush, you saying you interrupted him? Because he wasn't answering the question. He didn't answer the question like 6 times in a row.
Start drama? I should. Who should I start drama with?
Government? Yeah, of course. Was he trying to use white flight to justify keeping suburbs? I came back late. There's no relationship between what he was saying and white flight. He was just trying to distract. Like, obviously, the same as before. Could you please link the video essay on suburbs that you mentioned? Yeah, it's from Echo Gecko. It's really, really interesting. It's on how the suburbs bankrupt us.
Mike's right about how like white flight affected these communities though. Like when all the white people lived in cities and then they wanted to leave all the black people and start suburbs outside the cities. The suburbs became too expensive to live in. All the city programs that the white people flew away from, all these city programs collapsed. So if that's one thing that feeds into the cycle of poverty in bigger cities is back when white people all fled and made their suburbs and stuff. And then redlining and all that stuff goes into it. Mike was bringing that up to make an appeal to that, to try and win the debate because Mike didn't really know what he was talking about at that moment. So he wanted to appeal to, do you know what white flight is? Do you know what this is? This is the evil white capitalists ruining Omaha, to avoid the actual policy discussion.
Thank you, girl. Annexing lands, the legal government law process. Not to say that helps Mike at all, though. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a process. It just doesn't fix the problem. Here, hold on.
The Tom McDonald drama, that drama is going terribly because none of his fans actually care about defending their ideas or anything. It doesn't work.
Omaha City
badly.
Limits.
I know. I can't start drama. I couldn't even fight infrared.
Can we get this mapped onto urban development?
Vaush had a neolib solution, and the socialist solution is we don't have a solution. Vaush is a socialist. Well, that's the thing, though. Vaush acts in politics a lot like a liberal would. Voting for Biden, voting for the lesser of two evils in every election, voting for Ossock Ossoff and Warnock. The difference with Vaush is he has a different end goal. He is a progressive in these political scenes. He'll push for like Medicare for All and stuff. On his channel, he'll talk about worker co-ops. But when it comes to how he pragmatically acts within the system, it's not going to be that much different from a normal progressive. Him being a socialist is just, you know, like a persona on top of that. Him being a socialist doesn't affect how he acts in politics. I'm not a socialist, and I'm going to act very similarly to the way Vaush will, because we're pragmatists, and Vaush is realistic in his approach. So you can be a socialist and still understand how the world works and how the current political climate works. And that is how I'm seeing a lot of socialists act who are above the age of 30, who have been through organizing their entire lives, who maybe voted third party in 2000 and they realized they made a mistake. You know, you have to understand the system you're in order to actually change that system. And if that means, you know, not acting like a LARPer, then that's what you got to do.
Possibly.
This isn't socialist enough. We can't do this policy.
Yeah, there are adjacent cities. But you guys do realize, if there are adjacent cities, and you can just, like, annex the territory right next to you, you're taking...
How am I going to start? Oh, Brand Independent likes Tom McDonald, of course. Tomfoolery. Start drama with me. Oh. I saw your tweet, by the way. I don't even know where to start on that one. Very interesting.
Away from another city. And
I cannot even engage in that discussion. I wouldn't know where to start.
And you can just, like, annex the territory right next to you. You're taking it away from another city, and those other cities next to...
What was my tweet from a week ago? Quibbles over coffee. What was my take?
Omaha aren't doing any better than Omaha. If anything, they're generally doing worse. I'm not entirely sure how this is being lost on the chat right now, but I can explain this. So if you have an area, okay, that's not doing well economically, and in the middle of it you have a big city, okay, and in the rest of it you have like these outlying cities that also have their own problems, their own inability to generate a tax base, etc., etc. Gobbling up another territory doesn't fix your problem. All you're doing is taking on their burdens and benefits. Now, if there was some segment right next to...
Here is the Discord link. Oh, wait, I can't... Okay, one second.
Omaha, Nebraska, that had like an incredibly wealthy tax base, then why would that city want to give up their territory? Like, why? If they have a small area where they pay into their own city's taxes and they have good infrastructure because they pay a lot in taxes and they get a lot from it, why would they ever want themselves to be annexed? And even if they were annexed, yeah, like they've, you know.
That Mike from PA thing was a little bit something, but I do have some thoughts. Are you wanting to hear?
Yeah, sure.
So I think Mike from PA gets like more hated than he should, because you have to like recognize, I think it's his voice that comes off as like you know what I'm saying? Like his voice comes off as like cranky or like, you know, bitterness or like douches. Mm-hmm. But I think the person who escalated that was Vaush, because he started making like the embed jokes where he was trying to like he's made that one comment like, I'll beat you up in the bed and in the ring, which Mike from PA took that the wrong way. And that's the thing that escalated the first conflict.
Well, the thing about Mike from PA is he has a history of doing this. So I'll actually play some clips on screen right now for the people listening. I can go through a couple of them. I'm trying to find them. There's one where he talks about like Mike from PA doesn't want to get in real politics because there's no money in it. Mike from PA wants to be an alpha male.
Just on that first one, what's wrong with that? Chasing
his brand is real politics, and he says he doesn't want to do real politics because there's no money in it. I mean, I understand you're going to be chasing money.
That's not his brand.
Yeah, that's all he talks about is how he knows real politics and how he's involved in real politics, and nobody else, like people like Vaush, don't understand it. When he literally came out to say like, I'm not going to do real politics because I don't want to lose money and I don't want to lose my following, and it worked for him.
I mean, yeah, I'm just not sure like where is the harm in just like if politics is like if you're trying to make like a full-time on Twitch or like trying to like earn your income's worth. I'm confused on like how saying like, you know, there's no money in politics. I'm a little confused on how that's a bad thing.
Because he talks about himself being the person who, like, for example, I am running this channel and I tell people that I'm going to be doing stuff in real politics, and I am going to be volunteering, and I'm going to be running for stuff, and I'm going to be very focused on affecting real political change. And that is possibly a reason people are very nice to me and want to watch my stuff, and also maybe they might want to donate and become a member because I talk about that stuff, and all of my content is focused around real politics. Because in my daily life, I do real politics, and I am learning about real politics, and that's what I want to do. I want to actually help people. If I was saying that, and then someday I said, you know what? I'm done doing real politics. You know why? Because my online career isn't growing fast enough. I no longer care about real politics because that isn't going to get me the biggest profit. Like, I think that's kind of a crappy thing to do. You can disagree with that, but I think when your entire brand is real politics, and like he did with Vaush, he's like, I was involved in so much politically. I ran so many campaigns. I helped so many people win. I ran myself. Like, I am the person who is creating all this political change. And then he turns around to say, I care more about the money than actually affecting change. And it's not like he can't. Like, I know people who work 10 hours a day and still find time to go door knocking and canvassing. And Mike from PA can't stream from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and still be involved in real politics. It just, it just seems like a big excuse.
Right. So you're basically saying that because he branded himself as a real politician, that he has to stick to that?
I mean, or he's pretty hypocritical, yeah.
Yeah. So a thing there, I disagree with the fundamental assertion that just because you branded yourself as something that you have to stick to that, or you're hypocritical.
So if people are subscribed to you and giving you money on the basis that you are involved in real politics, it's not bad if you're like lying to these people.
It wouldn't be lying if there's clips of him saying.
So if there's a clip of me a year ago, like if 4,000 people are watching his stream, what are the chances that everybody watching that is going to be able to know of that clip from a year ago? Mike from PA could literally have one clip that's only spread around like Destiny's subreddit, and nobody watching him can actually know about that. I guarantee 90% of people that watch Mike from PA never saw that clip before, just because that clip's out there. Like, he isn't open about, like, on his streams today, he was talking like, I am involved in real politics. I am that person. I am very important. Like, if you look up his actual records, he hasn't done anything in politics. And I know where he lives, and I know where he's from, and I know the political climate where he's from. And he hasn't done anything. So, like, he's getting money from people on that basis. And I think it's pretty slimy.
So some things here that I kind of want to, like, stand out or, like, try to, like, define. I do think that clip that you're talking about might be a little out of context. I think when he's talking about real politics, so there's different definitions for when he's doing different things. When he's saying like I'm involved in real politics when he's talking to Vaush, he means like he's like going down into specificities and like getting real niche and like knowing what causes what. But when he's talking about real politics in terms of financing, he might be talking about like running for mayor or like the things he did in the past, which is like run for elected positions and the boring stuff that won't get you any money. But when he's talking about Vaush, he just means like the nitty gritty, not like the glamorous Medicare for all, but more like like the annexing positions, the things that people might not see.
But that isn't the annexing position is more idealistic than pushing for Medicare for all right now by far. I would support force to vote, and that was a bad thing. I don't know if you know about that, but I'd support force to vote over looking to annex every single suburb. I mean, I would push for something like that, but the conversation they were having, that is a virtue signal because that isn't something that's realistic for politics. There's no community in Pennsylvania right now, and I know it because I'm here. There's no community in Pennsylvania that is even getting close to being like, hey guys, the suburbs, you know what, we're going to bring them into our tax base. I know this because I advocate for it and I get major pushback because these suburbs have money, these suburbs have political power, and they prevent that from happening. In that conversation, Vaush was being more realistic. If the way Mike talks about Pennsylvania politics and Pennsylvania demographics, Mike talks like there's a big communist sector in like Pennsylvania politics. There isn't. He said that Destiny is to the far right of most of Pennsylvania voters. That categorically isn't true whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm gonna wholesale push back on that. So when Mike was like asked the same question that Vaush was, he said like annex a suburb, which is pretty unrealistic. But you said Vaush was more realistic. His thing was like socialism. Like that was his answer. I
said he was gonna bring companies into the town. That wasn't socialism. That's a neolib take. He wanted the city to help pay for companies to come and
No. On the solution to brain drain, correct me if I'm wrong. Vaush is only. He said we can't solve this in a capitalist system. We must implement socialism.
What? No, I mean, I could rewatch it. I don't think he said that. I don't know if anybody in chat saw that, but I'm pretty sure he just said we're in capitalist system. We need to operate within that system. We can't just go annex suburbs because we don't have that power and we don't live in socialism. That's what he didn't say. We need to enact socialism. He was arguing on behalf of Mike Gutchell. Vaush was saying he was arguing on behalf of that policy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find the clip, but I'm pretty sure he said like we can't solve this.
Vaush being sarcastic. Okay, I have to go back and watch it, but yeah.
Okay, so on to like a different
banned
thing.
from.
So do you think is it morally wrong for
different
for like
actors
Mike to promote a different candidate just because another candidate was associated with Destiny? Or like to get on Destiny's nerves?
Is it wrong? I mean, it's a pretty crappy thing to do. If you're gonna be talking about these canvassers, no matter what you think about Destiny, he did have a lot of people who care about politics moving into this area, and to have their entire thing be destroyed is pretty bad. And Mike from PA cheering it on, cheering these people's political ambitions crushed, like he's cheering that on. That's pretty crappy to put online politics over real politics and donating to the other person out of spite. There's no reason, there's no way Mike from PA would ever donate to this person without Destiny being involved there. And we saw this during the Democratic primary when Mike from PA was talking crap to Destiny about, because Destiny put money on Biden winning the Democratic nomination, and he made fun of Destiny and then bet against Destiny. So like Mike from PA literally just bounces off of hating Destiny, and that's how he grows. So like, that's his brand.
I'm gonna push back on here. I do actually think that Mike PA donated not just out of spite. Like, what is your position?
Well, he had other reasons he could use to justify it, but his first one that he brought up wasn't it like, I donated to this person. His first one was so bullshit. He said, do you understand an electoral vote comes from Omaha? That wasn't a real position. Then he brought up the thing about the one Congress candidate that is endorsing the one person. That is a more legitimate reason. But the first one he brought up was definitely just that wasn't really good.
Yeah, so I disagree with Vaush, like taking the position that it's just out of spite. And I think Mike made it very clear that he said it wasn't just out of spite.
But that's the reason he did do it, though. He could have other justifications for doing something, but the reason he did it was because of Destiny. That was the reason he did it. It wasn't. That was like post-rationalization after that.
But Mike made it ultra clear that it wasn't just out of spite. But adding that word "just."
Oh, Mike admitted it was it was about spite. Somebody said in chat that.
He said it was.
He was out of spite.
It wasn't just out of spite.
Yeah, not just, but the reason he did it. If Destiny wasn't there, Mike from PA would not have done this. Any mayoral race in the country, if I knew Destiny, let's say Destiny supported somebody who was running for mayor of, I don't know, I think Minnesota has a city council, but let's say they had a mayor. Do they have a? Yeah, they have a mayor. Never mind. I remember him getting a lot of flack. But say he was supporting a mayoral candidate there. I mean, Mike from PA could have justified voting for another or supporting another progressive candidate in that race too. It really just depends on where you are.
Did Mike donate to Kelly Loeffler when Destiny was like?
But she's literally ideological. That's a
totally different
conversation. Yes, you can make other justification, but I'm talking about like the primary. Like, for example, if Destiny would have supported a Warnock in the primary, then Mike from PA would have hopped in and donated to the other person. That's a totally different conversation. Because Mike only did this because he can rationalize it with other means too. It wasn't only out of spite. He's not going to support a Republican. He could make other justifications, but the reason he did it was because of Destiny.
Right. But like he agrees with you. That's why he added the word just. He said it's not just out. So like you agree with Mike on that position.
I mean, I agree with him because I mean it's out of spite. I would disagree with the categorization that it's a cool thing to do, but that's who Mike is as a person. He's kind of he does that stuff all the time. And I find that a really unappealing characteristic.
No, but the first big debate was it just out of spite or did he have other reasons? And
just is carrying a lot of weight here, but I mean, I guess it's not just out of spite, but if Destiny wasn't there, it would not have happened.
Okay, we can agree on that. But yeah, I do think Vaush was taking the position because when Mike said like it was just out of spite and Vaush was like defending that it wasn't, I was a little bit confused because like that's a loser position. But it was like you can't prove someone did it just to spite someone else.
But you can prove he did it because of Destiny, though. That was Vaush's argument.
Well, no, but he admitted that. Like he said it was funny to.
But what I'm saying is another Democrat, and this is a jungle primary, so that's different too. It's a bunch of people competing for one slot or one runoff thing. So like in another scenario, exactly like this, anywhere else, Mike could have found a progressive candidate to the left of whoever Destiny was supporting, or I mean, just against Destiny's candidate in general and supported that person. And he couldn't, and he could have said, I didn't just do it for Destiny in this scenario either because of other rationalizations. Like I can hop in any race around the country for any position and say I'm supporting a candidate, and I can't say, I can make any reason that I want. I can find like, oh, this person's for legalizing weed. That's why I did it. I didn't just do it because Destiny supported the other candidate, but I also support this person for not supporting banning weed. So like Mike had an out to this, but like,
yeah. So why would you ever take the position that someone did it just out of spite? That's just crazy to me. But it does seem like, because like he did admit it, so I think it does seem like you agree with him on that point.
He did it out of spite. I mean, it doesn't make it any better. I mean, if he was voting if he supported a Republican over a Democrat, that would be worse. But in this scenario, it doesn't make it any better if it was just for spite or not. Consequentially, I don't care.
No. I'm saying, on debate terms, Mike didn't do it. Okay, well, I don't want to harp on this because it sounds like you agree. But to clarify Mike's position, he didn't do it just out of spite. And Vaush was arguing that this was only out of spite for Destiny.
I just don't think it matters. Mike is who he is. I can play all the clips of him talking about other people in a way like for example when he said he needs to be the alpha male. That's why Mike from PA yells over everybody, because he feels the need to be the alpha male in every conversation. Like that stuff is oozing insecurity. And there's people or not people. There's videos of him being like abused by this one female streamer. I forget her name. I can look it up. This is terrible. Destiny or not Destiny. Mike from PA, Bad Bunny. Is that her name?
I think
PewDiePie reacted to one of the things too. Like this person, he is a very insecure person. Like I don't. He has his own issues. That's whatever. Here's a video of him. I'll put it on the screen really quick. So I don't know why he would talk to somebody who makes him feel like this, but. All right, it's on the screen right now, I'm pretty sure. So this is a streamer by the name of Bad Bunny. I don't know who she is. So Bad Bunny roasting Mike from PA until he punches a sofa. So she was roasting him forever. For a while. She was saying like she said Mike is like ugly, he has low social skills. She said Mike is very insecure. And then eventually Mike had enough of it. There's Mike right there. Where is it? Right here, I think. If it plays.
Right. Pardon. Mike's just dumb.
Well, you could put it on 2 times speed.
She called Mike dumb. Wait, did he do it yet?
Well, no.
Where is he?
I pushed the hard for the.
Oh wait, he did it already. Wait, I want to see it.
Yeah.
You just said with the car door stuff.
Huh?
Come on.
The thing about me is I'm not lukewarm with people. What does that have to do with what you were saying to Lucid?
No, we're just talking about like his different way of like dealing with people. I think there was a segue away from that idea, right?
Right here. Here it is.
Oh, I would never do that. Like,
Okay.
The thing about me is, I'm either in with you or I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a like lukewarm person.
Sure. No, that's just the way it is.
So what does that have to do with anything
Wait,
you just
so
said
what
with
is
the car
like?
door stuff?
I mean,
Huh?
I also.
The thing about me is
punch
I'm
myself,
not
too.
lukewarm
I'm
with
not
people.
sure.
What does that have to do
You
with
also
what
punch
you
your
were saying to
sofa?
Lucid?
Well, like if I get like really angry in a video game, I do like to rage out.
Alright.
But like
I'm not
in
sure.
person, talking to other people because
Mike's
you're
just
getting.
dumb, bro.
Mike is
hands
dumb.
are red. Look how red my hand is.
Did I miss it again?
Isn't that weird?
Hand is red.
Well, no. Just
I always
versus
get,
the other one.
Okay, fine. I'll watch the sofa from here.
want to know, like, have I been
The sofa's safe as of now.
But not for me.
Yeah, you can put it on ×2 speed, but while that's playing, I'm not sure like punching the sofa is like indicative of like anything.
Oh, I would never do that. Like,
It just shows he's a very insecure person. He's very emotional, and that might be why he feels the need to yell at people and assume dominance.
So what does that have to do with
He's
with anything you just said with
yeah.
the car door
I
stuff?
mean,
Fine,
Okay, there's different. One thing is smiling when you're comfortable. Another thing if I'm like, yeah, I'm talking about you right now.
It's a weird thing.
About how I'm
Like,
playing with you, and you go, really?
in politics, we never like attack people
But
for
it's
their
just
like
a general.
character flaws.
Okay, if we're gonna get super deep and be like, what word did he?
Like that
No,
just seems
but
like a.
we're talking about his motives for doing things, and also the way he addresses other people. That's our conversation right now. So this might feed into like how he acts as a person. I don't know. It's somewhere. It's somewhere here. When did the couch move? That's the question. Okay, I wonder if it's in the comments. Maybe it's in the comments.
Yeah, I think someone might have.
Oh, here we go. Here. Oh, it was at the very end. Dang it. Normal speed. Let's go.
I touched the
late on this one.
the hard the.
What did you just do it?
Red.
Yeah,
Where my hand
1
is.
second.
Isn't that weird? Well, no. Just
I
that
always
versus
did.
the other one.
I touched the
a little late on this one.
the hard the granite a little.
Yeah.
That just feels
Oh
good.
my god.
Yeah. Just feels good.
What did you just do?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm watching it from the Twitch,
I
so
love
it
it.
might be a little delayed.
No, it's interesting. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, anyway, is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I do see another call in person in the lobby. So I don't know if we disagree on much. I won't defend Mike being like insecure because like yeah, that's kind of like, but that's also like kind of his thing, you know.
I can't a male.
Oh, here we go.
I
Here's a good
can't-
one. Here's a good one. 1
If-
second. This is the primetime one.
Win by being the alpha male.
So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
If I watch Mike,
I'm getting your attention.
Okay.
I'm getting your
Oh
attention.
man. I gotta.
I feel like I touched
Okay.
Gun pointed to your head, you have to pick one, Destiny. Who you think is gonna win?
I think Biden.
Oh, yeah.
Gun pointed to your head, you have to pick one.
Yeah, I know who's gonna win. Who you think?
What an idiot!
Fuck.
What an idiot!
And so today, I am announcing the suspension of my campaign. Thank you all very much.
Aw, this is sad. I would cry too.
But it ends now, simp. I'm telling you, all the simpies that are watching this right now, break free. Start lifting
is that it?
immediately. Punch
Is that
something.
it? Is
I
that
wouldn't
all
say
the
punch,
mic
you know what I
part?
mean?
Is
But I
that-
am also saying that you
Okay,
should do
is
that.
that it? Is that the only part that I'm in? Because it's boring me now.
Poor guy. He has some serious issues, honestly.
All right, cool.
Making him a very resentful person. Very angry.
Fucking goddamn it, chat.
Be a little
Fucking
insecure,
goddamn
but I do
it.
think that there were some things that were missing in that debate, but
right,
overall,
well.
we kind of agree on what his personality intakes. So that was a good discussion.
Alrighty, have a good rest of your night.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, see you.